boom, Rasa, this is the consistent welcoming you back to another episode of Career Corner with my main man here. Today I've got a banker for you guys who works at a bank. He's going to introduce himself and tell you guys what you do. If you're interested in his career, sir, can you just say your name and what you do, your profession, the camera?
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes.
My name is Bubele Ngundle. I'm a banker at Absa Bank.
Okay, cool.
Specifically in the commercial environment.
Okay, cool. How long have you been a banker?
I have been in banking for 9 years.
9 years. You've been working for 9 years?
Yeah, working for 9 years.
Okay.
In banking.
Yes.
First Standard Bank.
Yes.
For 5 years.
Okay.
No, actually 6, excuse me. And the last 3 years at Absa.
At Absa. Okay, what is it exactly that you do at Absa, like right now?
So we service your SMMEs, small medium enterprises.
Okay.
And we assist businesses with their financing needs.
Okay.
So if a business needs, working capital for their cash flows, there's overdrafts, for example, there's loans, there's more structured facilities that we have. But we are there to service businesses that grow the economy.
Okay, so Mr. Bubele, if you could just explain to us, because how long did it take you to even work to reach the level of Absa, even before you got your job, the first job that you got, how long did it take you, and did you study anything, and if you studied anything, what did you study?
So before working at Standard Bank, I did my undergraduate degree in economics.
Okay.
And that was just prior to me joining Standard Bank.
Okay.
And I joined Standard Bank as a graduate.
Which year was this?
This was 2010.
Okay, cool.
When I started working.
Okay.
And I started off in credit risk. And for that whole 6 years, I was at Standard Bank within credit risk across various products and various divisions. And that's where I got my foundation in banking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because I thought maybe you're gonna say you started working off as a bank teller.
Well,
you were working off as a bank teller,
yeah.
and then because that's what I know, and then that's what most people like generally just know, understand about banking. We understand there's a bank teller.
Yeah.
You can come and ask for money from them, and they ask for your ID book, and then you withdraw 25,000.
Yes, no, I hear you. No, so I was fortunate enough to join Standard Bank through their graduate program.
Okay.
So many organizations, private and public sector, they offer graduate programs for students that have just, either graduated, undergraduate, postgraduate, and are looking for employment and experience.
Okay.
And that's how I got into banking, was through that graduate program.
Oh, okay. Yes. So with economics, what you studied, you could have maybe done other things. What other things you could have done with the degree that you have?
There's a variety of opportunities within financial sectors. So insurance, for example, the Reserve Bank, Treasury in public sector. But I think most of the time people with my degree or similar degree do go into financial services because that's where the greatest demand is. Okay,
cool. So a person who's watching this right now who wants to be, say, they want to be in banking.
Yes.
Kid who's watching this, I'm in high school, because now you just made me aware of another level of banking I didn't understand. Now I understand why there's a head office. I'm like, oh, there can't be bank tellers in the head office. There's also other jobs that are there for different kind of. Because like honestly, every time I think about banking, me, Msalo, myself, I think about bank tellers coming in, producing my ID card in my card and withdrawing 25,000. Not Global Zanele anymore. By the way, so now you're telling me there's other opportunities.
Yes.
Maybe what other opportunities, I say, within a bank that a person would say a degree that you have can actually work at?
So I think with really a BCom, not necessarily economics, but any other discipline, whether it's finance or even a BCom in banking, there's a degree, BCom in banking. There's a lot of opportunity. I think a bank is a large organization that has thousands of people. And Absa has an African footprint, so you can work in other countries on the continent as well.
Okay.
That's also open. But I think there's a lot of opportunity. It's really up to what's available in the market, where the demand is, and remaining relevant in your studies, because you want to study something that is attractive to what the market is looking for. So.
Okay, so let's say this young person is watching this thing, getting really excited about varsity next
Yeah,
year. What are the steps, especially like right now in high school, a person who wants to study and have a qualification that you have, of which is mainly like in economics, and then you just happen to work for a bank right now, but you have like qualification. Like, what are the things they should be doing to prepare themselves? Because, okay, this is the thing I want to do. I'm studying economics now, or business economics at school, or any economic subjects about Fundai. What are the ways they could be using to prepare themselves to, by the time I get to varsity, these are the things I should be looking for, this is what I should apply for, so that you don't go varsity, you apply for this thing, next thing you study something else that you never planned for?
They should read. Reading is good.
Okay.
And not just literature or their textbooks, but current affairs, what's going on around, not just within their country or their town or city, but worldwide.
Okay.
Remaining relevant. So making sure that what you're studying is going to make an impact.
Okay.
Once you graduate. And also consider entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Because as much as we have high unemployment rates, it's good for people to think outside and consider starting a business with the skills that they've obtained.
So quiet. Okay, cool. So basically, what are the obstacles and the challenges that one might face throughout this whole journey? Because nothing comes easy, but obviously, like a person who studied teaching doesn't have the same problems as a person who studied, for instance, like science, or a person who studies science doesn't have the same problems as a person who studied accounting, or a person who studied to be a fireman. Like, there's so many different careers. Like, what are the obstacles that you can just think of at the top of your head that are challenges that are there to shape you, but you might overlook, and then they might, if you're not prepared for them, they might like affect your career, or you just getting into the economic sector?
I think discipline is probably the biggest obstacle, because it's life discipline, your education, and just becoming an adult. So I'd say to the young people, remain disciplined. It's not easy. There's peer pressure out there. Those are obstacles. Drugs, alcohol. The list is endless. But I think for people to remain true to their goals, their dreams, be diligent, work hard, and always remain disciplined.
Okay, cool. I know, let's stop before there. And I think whoever is interested in studying economics or want to work for a bank or any sort of form, because we're going to do a lot of this. It's not going to be the first guy who did economics. We're going to get other people who work for other companies, who does other things in their other way, to come and share their knowledge. Okay, so before you go, Mr. Bubele, just before you go shouting out to career corner, and just say ratata career corner, ratata
career corner, ratata.
Number one. See you next time, career corner. Cut. We're out.